Hi Leo, happy March. This will be your Leo March tarot reading for Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards to start this off with, and then we'll get into the element spread. We're going to look at basically where your passion is this month, emotions, or what's coming towards you in those departments, your mental state with the air energy, and the outcome with earth. All right, so let's see what's going on for Leos, please. All right, so keywords for March. Simplicity. Keep it simple, especially when it comes to messages, because we have a feather here. It makes me think of air energy. Okay, you may be dealing with an air sign. You have power. Leo. All right. And blessings. Very nice. And again, something possibly about a message. Okay, because birds are also messengers in symbology and whatnot and all those good things. So, oh, and you have another bird at the bottom of the deck. Delight. All right. I like it. I like it, Leo. All right. So let's see what's going on for you in March. So keep things simple. It's really interesting next to the power, because the power card is like a lightning storm kind of thing, right? A little tower-esque in a sense, but it's not a tower card. So completely different than keeping it simple, right? But I feel like it's saying your power will come across if you keep it simple. So like, don't worry, you don't need to impress someone with like your power or anything like that. Like it's sort of like the less is more scenario, in other words. All right, it's like you can speak worlds, just by your inner energy or confidence. You don't have to write everything out or tell everyone everything. Just keep it simple. Your power will speak for itself is what I'm seeing with this. All right, so let's see what's going on. All right, so we're going to take a look at, let's look at fire, water, air, and earth in that order, please, for Leo friends. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of March 2021. Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. So you start with a 6 and end with a 6. So balance for the month. I really like this. Ooh, and the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck as well. So 4 of Wands is about your stability, possibly ending up somewhere stable, something like that. Some of you may be moving, different things like that going on. All right. So let's take a look here, see what we got. All right, so for the fire energy, I like seeing the 6 of Wands come out first, because that is like an extremely fiery card. So like your passion and motivation this month of March, I feel like it's you're getting some attention is what I feel, and it's making you feel good. It's making you feel passionate. It's like you're keeping your head though, which I like, because you have the 9 of Pentacles here. So the 9 of Pentacles is a very typically a single person's card, but it's somebody who's very self-assured, confident, things like that. If it's career-wise, then it's the 9 of Pentacles is a very good card. It means you're very motivated. You're motivated to get more clients, keep working, building up the coins, all those good things too. So I feel like your passion and motivation are looking really good here in March. The 6 of Wands, again, with the Page of Cups, could indicate some sort of flirtation going on. Absolutely. Somebody that's 6 of Wands sometimes can be somebody who's a little cocky, in a good way though. It's like it's not in a false way, like they have reason to be. So that's kind of cool. But the Page of Cups and 6 of Wands could also indicate that somebody is like praising you, and kind of giving you that like extra swagger or something like that too. So very good cards, I feel, as far as that energy looks really, really nice. So some of you, it's passionate flirtation coming in. Others of you, it's just messages coming in, new clients, things like that, or working on yourself in a very positive, good way, I feel. All right, so let's see, emotions. All right, so you're a little suspect in your heart area, and so that kind of indicates to me that there is some kind of new something here, because that's typically, that it just kind of makes sense. With this Princess of Swords, it's like there's all these butterflies flying around the sword, which are about transformation, okay? But the Page of Swords typically is someone who inspects things like a lot, and air is usually about messages. So I feel like you're like really there's a couple different things. I feel like emotionally you've turned a corner where you really pay attention to how you communicate. You've really transformed. So some of you, this may be, there could have even been somebody maybe you let go of recently, and maybe you were still kind of checking their social media or something like that. But I feel like that's transforming. Like you're not doing things like that. For others of you, it could just mean there's messages coming in and you're inspecting them, and you're just a little bit. I don't think you're suspect necessarily, but you're not really you're not really welcoming going all in quite yet. There's a little bit of, let me check this out a little bit more. All right, so a little investigative energy in the heart going on, the emotions. And you have the ascetic card, which is the Hanged Man in this, or in this deck, it's the ascetic. So typically with the Hanged Man, I would go with looking at things from different perspectives. I feel like, give your heart some time to see all of the angles, all right? It being that they happen to title it the ascetic, I feel too, meditation, always a good thing. That really brings us in touch with our emotions. It brings us in touch with unconditional love, which is the best place to start anything is from that place, right? So either way, I feel it's a certain maturity in your emotions this month that is transforming in like a very very positive way. Like you're not just rushing into things, you're enjoying it, but you're doing your due diligence and things like that. You're cautiously optimistic is what I feel. And you have the Emir of Wands. So this is the Knight of Wands in the emotions. So if this is your energy, this is you like kind of ready to get back on the horse, if I'm just saying. Or it's like somebody is coming towards you and pursuing you passionately. It's the Knight of Wands. They don't give up. They just keep trying to ask you out. So definitely somebody has most likely caught your interest this month. All right, so let's look at the like air energy. So this would indicate like communication or where your mental state is at in the month of March. So you have the 10 of Pentacles, you have the 8 of Pentacles, and you have the 8 of Cups. So definitely some change and transformation in your line of thinking this month. Many of you are very focused on your stability. Absolutely, with the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles. I think for some of you, if this is like in regards to business, you may be tempted to, like if there's been any sort of light, and I don't see a big, like it's not a scare thing. I don't see that at all. There's no major loss or anything like that. But if there's been any sort of slowdown in your work, or if the money flow is just like a little bit less than usual or something like that, I feel like some of you are possibly thinking, oh, well, maybe this isn't worth it or something like that. I that's not the case. There definitely needs to be some sort of transformation here, but I don't think it's necessarily about the way that you do work. For some, it may be. Maybe there's some things to look at there. Again, I still see success here. Absolutely. But there's something in where you need to sort of emotionally detach from being too obsessive about like your business or your career or something like that. Now, definitely it's a general reading. So, if you need to be obsessive right now, be obsessive. Because sometimes we do need to be that way, in order to keep, like if you're the type that's typically not obsessive, and you are right now, keep being obsessive. That's good. All right. But it's like for others of you, I feel like there's definitely some emotional things that you've been through, well, I mean, we all have this year, but especially I feel in this reading that you've done a really good job at letting go of, and it was not an easy task. And I feel like a little bit of that energy is still with you, but not in like a danger zone where you're going to go back to this situation or anything like that. I don't see that. I feel like it's just more of like maybe you're starting to realize that what got you out of that like kind of emotional situation was like focusing on work and career and things like that. And maybe you're sort of like realizing that now that okay, maybe I need to kind of rein this in a little bit and maybe explore and see what else is out there. Maybe I'm ready to date again, or something along those lines. I feel like that's kind of where your mental state is at. Focused like very much on career, but also kind of realizing that might have been your something that like buried some feelings and now I feel like you're in a good place where you can look at those feelings now and you're okay with things and you can kind of bring things back into balance again because you have these sixes and sixes which are perfect. So it's a very harmonious and profound kind of like month for you. I'm seeing here. Money looks good. All right, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Those are very nice cards. You also have the 6 of Pentacles in this read and the 9 of Pentacles. All very good, successful money cards. A little wavering here and there, but all good. All very good cards. Now, as far as your actual outcome energy, you have the Death card, like here, very first card. So it could be a Scorpio that is in your energy or something like that. Or this could mean, just transformation in general. So, the Death card with the Ace of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. So the Ace of Swords is a fantastic card to see in like an outcome type situation because it is a card of victory. It is a card of clarity, self-empowerment, communication. It's a lot of good things all leading towards truth. All right, truth in a situation. So I think that is fantastic. And the 6 of Pentacles is, again, if it's business related, I feel like you're going to have new clients, you're going to have new business, you're going to find a way to balance something because you've transformed something here. This is to me like I'm surprised the World card isn't here. Where it's like you've graduated some sort of major phase, but maybe that's because you already have, so it doesn't need to show me that because this looks like the new beginnings of being enthusiastic again. That's really what I'm seeing here. And with the Ace of Swords and 6 of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to have a lot of clarity about where you stand with a lot of things this month or where others stand with things this month as well. Like if there is a love situation. I don't feel like I feel like this flirtation is fun, but I don't think it takes precedence over the month. Mostly what I see is you finding a way to like balance things. There's no obsessiveness here. There's no anxiety cards here, which is a beautiful thing. Out of 3, 6, not 12 cards, there's none of the typical 8 of Swords or 9 of Swords or the, oh, I'm being tormented or, none of that. There's no 5 of Cups, there's no 3 of Swords, there's no disappointing cards in this. It's like emotional maturity is what I see here, and really like transforming in some ways and keeping it simple. And like again, you know your power. You don't need to broadcast it in any way because it just naturally will emit from you. So keep things simple and light this month. I feel that's good. That the best thing. There's probably some heavy transformation. I mean, you got the Death card. There's nothing simple and light about that, right? It's scorpionic energy and Pluto and transformative and all of those things. But it's transforming towards victory and self-empowerment. So, I mean, that's beautiful. And more balance in your life. So, especially between your passions, and your work and career and things like that. It's a very positive reading. And I do feel there will be some messages and some blessings coming in. The 6 of Pentacles can be like a raise. It can be a gift of some sort. It can be someone just sort of giving you something nice or, something along those lines. So a little bit more money or a nice gift, like I said, or a raise or something like that. You do have blessings here. And that, don't forget too, you have this 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So that with the page, Knight of Pentacles here as well. Oh, and the King of Cups. Oh, look at you. All right. So yeah, I mean, if you're single, I feel like there's going to be some options coming in soon. But with this Four of Wands, this is really positive. I feel like there's a lot of stability coming towards you. So, all right, Leo, that's what I have for you for the month of March. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If so, please click on the ladybug and subscribe to the channel. And I do weeklies and lives here and there. They're fun. So check it out. All right. Thanks, Leo. Have a great March.